Hello table tennis nerds and welcome to the Limittless channel. My name is Mathias and I'm a professional table tennis player. In this video I will address the receive of the long service. As I read in some comments that many of you guys are struggling to receive the long serve. I will share with you some tips and tricks that pro players use to play the ball on the table, but also with enough quality to put pressure on your opponent. So let's get right into it. So the basic receive you want to do on a long service is of course attacking it. So especially in the lower leagues, you will see many long service. Like one way is that most of the players are only able to do long serve because it's harder to serve short. Or even if they're trying to serve short, the ball will come half long. So you have to be able to attack those balls to really get an edge over those players. What is important to attack the service is one of the most important points is to recognize the spin of the serve. So for example, if the opponent is doing down spin or up spin, or this in combination with side spin, can be really hard sometimes. So there are some ways to detect which spin is in the ball. So one way, which is quite advanced, I would say, but you can really use it, is to look at the bounce of the ball on the table, because if you do upspin, the ball has more momentum forwards, so the ball will jump lower and more fast. And if you do with downspin, the ball will come slower and will jump a bit higher. But in my opinion, spin is really only secondary in this service, because if you're doing really the right movement and have the right touch of the ball and the right position on the table, you will play the ball on the table no matter what spin it is. So one example for this is, let's say your opponent will make downspin or an upspin in combination, but if you hit the ball with the right touch and you give it the best arc, it will go either way. If it's upspin and you play a bit up, it will still go on the table because of this arc. And and also this sideways, like, which I explained already a lot. You can use in this matter a lot. So two basic mistakes I see from a lot of players is, one, that they're too passive. For example, your opponent makes a long service and they're pushing it, and it's even harder to push a long service than a short one because it's faster. As I said, it's not easy to see the spin, and if you're pushing, of course the spin is important because you go under the ball, and if it's upspin and you don't have the right angle, it will go out or 2 meters high. So that's not what we want. So as I said, we want to attack the ball. And then one thing also that many people are doing wrong, if the service is long and they want to attack, the most important thing is to play this ball on the table, because your opponent is also doing the long service, is expecting to do many direct points with it. So it's important to just play the ball on the table first. So what I recommend is to really try to hit the middle of the table, because when you play into one corner, the side spin is also affecting the ball and the spin in general. So if you just try to play the ball with a good arc in the middle of the table, it will be more safe, this ball. And that's what also a lot of pro players are doing if they're not really sure of the spin in the service. So they just try to play the ball safe on the table, and then they are in the rally, and it's 50-50, or even if you're better in the rallies, you win most of them. That's one very important point. So how to practice it? I think it's really important to learn this while with experience. For example, if you watch this video now and I explain to you how you have to hit the ball, okay, but you will not be able to do it directly, because you have to transfer it to the table. And that's important, that you really, for example, you're asking your teammate now, or your practice partner, just do long service, all table, all spin variations for 10 minutes. And this will help you so much. If you do this consistently over some weeks, you will also lose the fear of it, because I hear from many players that they're afraid of long service. But if you look at the bigger picture, it's more of a chance for you because your opponent is giving you a free long ball. And if you're fast enough and are not afraid of the service, you really have a chance to attack first and yeah, use this opportunity. Okay, as you saw here now with some examples about the technique, one point I think is really important, that you really open your racket, because when you have it closed in a certain angle, it's, yeah, you're really like get affected by the spin. But when you're opening the racket with backhand or with forehand, you have a lot of space where you can hit the ball, and yeah, it will not like jump away in certain directions, so I have more control. So this is one thing I would recommend you guys regarding the technique. And then, as I said before, you have to get this touch on the ball, that either spin you will get this arc, and then it's way easier to play it on the table. And as one small bonus, there's one hack that you can use to even have a lot better chance to receive the long service, is that you're just going 1-2 steps away from the table. For example, you're waiting for short and long. If, let's say, your opponent makes more short service, it's easier to wait on the table because you're closer there. But if you're afraid of long serves and yeah, you're really struggling to receive them, just go 1-2 steps back. The ball will be a lot slower here. You even have time to go on the table, because most, as I said before, most of the players that are mainly using long service are really not able to do short ones. So keep that in mind, that if you're waiting more behind the table, that's a way to receive the long service if you're starting to learn it. Later you can even go closer, closer, closer if you get better feeling. But yeah, that's one hack I wanted to show you guys. That's it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you could learn something. I know it will be hard at the start, but with enough practice, I'm sure you will be able to do it. Especially when you have supportive teammates that want to practice with you, and you can just say, okay, you will make now 10 minutes just long service all the table. And yeah, that's one good way to really practice it. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and see you in the next videos, guys. Ciao.